Okay, folks, I'm going to do a quick tutorial on making a mashup, a photo montage in Photoshop. So first of all, let's open up Photoshop. This is what the mashup might look like. It's got Marina Bay Sands in the background and Universal Studios globe in the foreground. So how did I do this? Let's open up one of those images as a background, in this case Marina Bay Sands. You can look over here at the layers panel and you can see it's in the background. Next step, let's add a layer. Let's go to File and Place Embedded. So we need to place something on top of that layer, and that thing is Universal Studios. So okay, now you'll notice again, looking at the layers panel, the background, that image is locked. There's a padlock symbol there, it's locked. So whatever I do on this image here, when I start cutting it out, it's not going to interfere with the background layer, so that is perfect. Right, so we're going to use the polygonal lasso tool to do this job. We can't use the magic wand tool because there are so many varieties of colors, textures, gradients in the background. So unfortunately, we cannot just do the single click and select option. So we need to do it bit by bit. So what I'm doing here is I'm just working my way along, making a series of straight lines. Click, pull, pull. We don't need to be super precise with this because the image is going to be a lot smaller than this in your poster or your double page spread. So we can be a little bit less precise with this. Okay, what I'm doing here is I'm just completing my little circuit here. Experience has taught me to do this job bit by bit, otherwise you can get very far along and make a mistake and then you have to start all over again. So what I did there was I just went for the eraser tool, clicked inside this selected area, and it has erased everything inside of it. So now I'm going to go select, deselect, and I'm going to work on the next part of the structure. Just repeat the process. So this is a straight section, so it's easy to do. It's always good to zoom in when you've got a curved section so you can just do little smaller steps. Okay, if you zoom in too much, it's kind of hard to even figure out what you're looking at, so some middle ground is called for. Okay, like I said, nobody's going to see small imperfections in this, but you definitely don't want to do very long straight lines like that, otherwise it will look totally unconvincing as a curve. Okay, that's quite a big section there. So I've selected it. I'm going to use my eraser tool again, not that one, this one. Yes, eraser tool, and erase that part. We're already starting to get a good sense of how the two images are going to work together, and because both of them are pretty high resolution and the lighting is pretty similar in both of them, so they match up well. It's going to look quite convincing, quite like as though it's a realistic combination of structures and landmarks. Okay, I am speeding through this a bit more quickly than I would do normally, just so that you get the idea. Okay, select, deselect. Where is it? Okay. It's kind of hard to tell now what is the foreground image and what is the background image. So if you ever get that feeling, then it's, a sign that you've done a pretty good job. complete that circuit, go down to the eraser tool again, click it off, select, deselect. I think this is the last selection I'm going to do here now, and then I can think about resizing this globe. And that's a bit off there, so I just deleted, I went back, took a step back. Yeah, I'm going to probably resize the globe. I'm certainly going to reposition it to think where it looks best. I think that if this was really something I was going to put into a poster or a double page spread, I'd probably have more elements to the mashup. I probably would have maybe 2 or 3 or more locations, landmarks from Singapore in my image. But this tutorial really is just to give you the basic ideas, and then you can go ahead and apply it to your own set of landmarks. You could even put yourself in there and your family, people that you know. So that they appear to be tourists exploring these locations. Okay, I think I've gone a bit farther. I think I've got done more than I needed to. Anyway, all good fun. Let's go to the eraser tool again for the last time, I think. Right, good. Okay, select, deselect. Then I can go to the move tool. We can see over here in the layers panel, it's completely transparent around this globe. So now I can go to the move tool. I can start moving it around. If I want to resize it, which I do, let's go up to free transform. Hold down shift so that you can constrain the image so it doesn't get all warped and stretched like that. Okay, so I'm going to make it a bit smaller. I could have it flying in the sky like a planet, which is kind of fun, but not that realistic. I'm going to just nudge it over here and place it there. Okay, then I'm going to give it a new name. So I'm going to call it MBS and and Universal Studios mashup. Okay, save it, replace. Okay, I think I've got another document with the same name. I'm actually going to save it as something else. Okay, I probably want, when I place it onto my InDesign document, I probably want to have it as a JPEG. So I'm going to save it as a JPEG as well anyway. So I save them both on my desktop. Okay, for you, you probably want to drag these files into your community server so that they are safe and ready to use the next time you come to class. But that's basically it. That's how to make a photo montage in Photoshop. Thanks for watching. Do have a play around and see what you come up with.